Hello and welcome, my friend. My name is Robert, and in this video, I'm going to give you a full walkthrough and a full demo of what ELMessenger Pro is and what it can do for you and your business in 2022 and beyond. If this is the very first time you hear about ELMessenger Pro, let me first give you a quick little ELMessenger Pro in a nutshell rundown, and then I'm going to show you a quick little overview of what it can do, and then going to go into a live demo as well. ELMessenger Pro allows any entrepreneur that is using Facebook to generate leads and sales for their online business to effectively find, connect, and convert your target audience. It doesn't matter if you're a course creator, if you're a coach, affiliate marketer, network marketer, as long as your target audience can be found on Facebook, ELMessenger Pro is going to help you do that much more effectively using less of your personal time. So with that out of the way, let me give you the core benefits, the core functions ELMessenger Pro has to offer, and I'm going to walk you through step by step of what and how it works exactly. So number one core benefit is organizing your Messenger inbox. You'll be able to create color-coded tags, add a contact into a tag inside the Messenger inbox, add notes to contacts inside the Messenger inbox, filter contacts based on their tags, filter contacts based on who responded last, or filter contacts based on a note. You'll be able to create message templates and use them as canned responses, which we're going to get into in just a second as well. And then you'll also be able to remove contacts that are in a specific tag. After organizing Messenger inbox, you'll be able to automate your outreach. You'll be able to create personalized welcome messages that rotate through different variations, which is awesome. I'm going to show this to you in just a second. The group friender, where you can add people and add members from a specific Facebook group. The post friender, where you can add and send a welcome message to people that like a specific post, or the common friends connector, where you can add people from the people you may know column, which is all absolutely awesome. And I'm excited to show this to you in a few more minutes. Then next up, you can follow up with leads much easier using ELMessenger Pro. You'll be able to send broadcast messages to people in a specific tag. You'll be able to create advanced multi-message campaigns. You're going to have a great back office overview where you can see all your contacts. And then you'll also be able to create Google Calendar events and reminders within the Messenger inbox. And lastly, you'll be able to scale through awesome automations. You'll be able to automate the engagement of your two-step or lead magnet posts, which basically is saying, hey, who wants to find out my 3-step process on how to make $5,000 every month? Comment me down below. I'm going to send you over the info. You'll be able to automate that. You'll be able to integrate ELMessenger Pro to your Go High Level account or any white level version of that and create something called pipeline tags, which I'm going to show you as well. And then you'll be able to create and share ELMessenger Pro frameworks, which is also pretty cool, and create locked contact links. So this is a quick rundown of all the benefits and the functions that ELMessenger Pro has to offer. With that said, let's get right into the live demo and show you everything step by step by step. So we're first going to start out with organizing the Messenger inbox. ELMessenger Pro is a Chrome extension, meaning that you will need to use the Chrome browser to download and use ELMessenger Pro effectively. Once you've downloaded that, you can open it up, and inside of here you can see that those are all of my tags. You'll be able to either use it in a window just like that, or you'll be able to create and open up the back office, which is going to give you a much better overview of all your tags, all your contacts, etc., etc. So first things first, you'll be able to create a new tag. So you just click on that button, and then I'm going to just call it demo tag 2 because I already have a demo tag. You can give it any color that you want. You can use it as a custom color as well, and then just click on save. Now, once you have created the demo tag 2, inside of it, you'll be able to create a couple of message templates, a couple message segments, which we have step-by-step video training for on how to do that. Now, once you have created a couple of tags, which are going to indicate who is this person and where is this person in my sales cycle. So for example, you can create a tag called follow-up, hot lead, something along those lines that indicate this person is somebody I need to follow up with. This person is already far in my sales cycle. This person is already watching a video or is already a client. Whatever you want to create for your business that is making sense, you'll be able to create a tag just for that. Now, once you have created your tags, and you can create as many as you like in the premium version of ELMessenger Pro, you can then go into your Messenger inbox. And as you can see right here on the left-hand side, those are all the conversations that I have with people. And then you can see on the right-hand side of those conversations that I can give those people those tags. So just by scrolling through, I can already see much more of an organization. I know who to follow up with. I know who are hot leads. I know who are already part of the program. I know who are people that are a new connection. And then based on the conversation that you have with those people, you can easily just click on the tag and then change the tag according to the conversation that you are having with these people. All right, so that way you'll be able to organize your messenger inbox much better and just have a much better overview of all of these things. Now, once you have created those tags, once you add people to those different tags, you will also be obviously able to create notes inside of here, which is just going to give you an indication or give you a piece of information that you want to keep and not forget about this certain person. Now, once you start tagging people, you will also be able to filter people based on the tag that they have. You can either do that inside of the messenger inbox right here or inside the back office, which is my personal favorite as well. However, if you want to do it inside of the messenger inbox, let me just quickly show you how that is going to work. So you can click on a menu, click on filter, and then you can filter this by tag. And in this case, let me just filter by, CloudQ, which is all the people that are already part of our program. And now it's going to render the contacts. It's going to find the people that are in this tag, and it's going to just pull them up right here. Now that in itself is already great to get a great overview and follow up with people much easier, but it gets much better than that as well. So in this case, this is filtering people by the tag, and you'll be able to do the same for filtering people that are responding last. So if you want to just pull up the people that have responded to you, but you have not responded to them for whatever reason, maybe you've forgotten, maybe you didn't want to, but that is going to give you all the people that have responded to you last and not you to them. So that just gives you a great indication of like, all right, these are the people I need to respond now. And then you can also filter people by a note. So if you use the note function, then you can also filter people by a note and let them show up based on network marketer, lead, high level, whatever you want to create as a note, you'll be able to filter by that as well. So let me look over into my cheat sheet right here. Now, what you'll also be able to do is you will be able to remove contacts that are in a specific tag. So as you can see right here on the menu, you can click on remove friends, which is going to give you the option to choose a tag which you want to be using for this function particularly. So then you can either create a tag called remove, and then anybody who is in that specific tag and you're going to start the removing process, they will get removed from your Facebook friends list, right? So that is just a neat little function that is currently there as well. And then next up, you'll be able to create message templates as canned responses. Now, this is pretty cool because if you use things or if you say things over and over again and you don't want to rewrite them again and again, you'll be able to create something called message templates and use them as canned responses. Now, to give you a quick little introduction to that and how it looks like, let me just pull up my default tag, which is the tag that I apply by default for every new conversation that I have. Inside of this tag, I have a couple of message templates that I use as canned responses. So if somebody asks me, hey, what do you do? Or how do you help people? Or what is this program about? Then instead of me having to rewrite it again and again, I have created a couple of message templates that I will be able to just easily pull up inside the messenger inbox. And to show you how that is actually going to look like inside the messenger inbox, let me show this to you right now. So I'm going to change right here login into the new connection, which is my default tag, and I'm just going to refresh it just to make sure that everything pulls up rightly. And then right here on the bottom left hand side, what you'll be able to see is that you're going to have 3 new icons that are going to be showing up, or actually 4 new icons. And one of them is this messenger inbox icon, right? So when you click on that, it is going to show you all the message templates that you have created and want to be using as canned responses. So now when somebody asks you a certain question, or you want to use those canned responses, you can simply click on those, click on that, and that's going to instantly pop that into the messenger inbox, and you will be able to actually just press send, and there you go. The coolest thing as well here is that you can attach pictures to those message templates too, which allows you to obviously, if you have a program overview or if you have anything else that you want to share, with an image attached to it. And actually, let me see if I have something like that. For example, right here, I'm doing fantastic. Thank you. Just made myself a delicious cup of coffee. Now, usually that is going to then right here pull up the image as well, and you can send both of them right there and then, which is also very, very powerful. So this is the first core benefit, right? Organizing the messenger inbox. When you start having a lot of conversations, and you will have a lot of conversations if you start using ELMessenger Pro effectively, you'll be able to organize the Messenger inbox much better and have a great overview of who is somebody inside your Messenger inbox and what is kind of like the next step that you want to take with them inside your Messenger-based business. Now, the second core benefit, which is one of the most powerful ones and the most time-saving ones as well, is the automate outreach part. Now, in the automate outreach part, you'll be able to create message templates or welcome messages that get spun around, basically giving you the opportunity to create different variations of a welcome message. So you don't always send the same thing over and over again, but you actually switch it around and make it unique and make it personalized with their first name in it. And then you'll be able to go to Facebook groups, to Facebook posts, or to the common friends section, which I'm going to show to you right now. So for this specific thing, I have created a couple of different tags, which I use across different Facebook groups to kind of like farm the group or add people from there and directly reach out to them and send them a friend request as well. So in this case, I have a message template, which is my welcome message, my reach out message. And this message template is consisting out of what I call a segment. And a segment allows me to create different variations of the welcome and the reach out message. So in this case, I have, hey name, we're both part of the high level community, looking forward to connect. Are you actively using high level for your business? And then I have a couple of different variations that kind of say the same thing, and it doesn't matter which of them is being used, it is always going to make sense. That way, when we send out 20, 30, 40 friend requests and messages, in a session, then it is always going to be a unique message, and you won't be spamming the same message over and over and over again. And as you can see, it is personalized with their first name. We have a commonality, so I know or they know what Facebook group I have added them from. And obviously that is just one of the outreach messages that you will be able to use and create. Now, let me actually show you how that is going to look like inside the Facebook Messenger or the Facebook, platform. So first of all, you're going to pull up the Facebook group that you want to use it on. So in this case, ask yourself, where is my target audience already hanging out in? What Facebook groups are they part of? What communities are they already part of? Go into that Facebook group, and then inside the members section right here, you'll be able to open up ELMessenger Pro, the group friender. Now inside of here, you'll be able to choose which category of people you want to be adding people. And in this case, you have admins and moderators, you have members with things in common, or people that are new to the group. If you scroll down the group, you'll be able to see those three sections in here as well. So members with things in common, new to the group, or admins and moderators. If those are people that you want to specifically target, then you can do that as well. So in this case, I personally like to go with the members with things in common, but that is personal preference. And then you would choose the tag that you want to be using on. In this specific case, I have the high level tag. And again, everything is explained in the step-by-step video training and tutorials that we have created. So don't worry if anything of that is going a little bit too fast. You will get training on how to set all of that up as well. Now, the cool thing here is that you'll be able to hyper target specifically of who you want to be adding, right? So if you only want to be working and adding people that are coaches, CEOs, founders, or anything along those lines where people identify themselves as a specific person. And as you can see right here, if you scroll down, this is what it's going to look out for. Owner and Group Growth Accelerator. And then we can just click on See All. And as you can see, they have so much more. Owner, mindset coach. So if you just want to add coaches, then this is who would be added. Founder, director, CEO, another owner. And this is what ELMessenger Pro is going to look out for. So if you want, you'll be able to add a profile tag in here as well. And if you just leave it blank, then it's just going to go down the list and add the people that are not friends with you yet. So in this case, you can also choose the number of requests that you want to do. 5 is the default. You can obviously up the number as well. And then the send interval is how many seconds in between it is going to wait and pause before continuing on with the next person. And the newest function of ELMessenger Pro is also only adding people that you have never had a chat with before. So if you reached out to somebody before, if you had a chat, if they're already tagged in your back end, then it is going to skip those people as well in case they are not friends with you anymore. So that way you avoid sending them a friend request 2 times and a welcome message 2 times as well. So in this case, I'm just going to click on Start to show you what is going to happen. It is going to open up the Members with Things in Common tab, and then the next person on the list who is not yet friends with me is Osman right here. He now received the friend request, and now Osman is also going to receive that welcome message as well that I have previously created. It's going to use one of those 3 welcome messages that I have previously created with those 3 different variations. And that way you can just start the software in the morning, in the evening, at lunch, whatever, whenever you want to do that, and just walk away from your computer or continue working on your smartphone, continue having chats on the smartphone, do your journaling, drink your coffee, or do whatever else you want to do with your new free time. This is by far the most time-saving and emotional energy-saving function that ELMessenger Pro has to offer. And as you saw right here, Osman just received the friend request and the message as well. It is now going to wait for 20 to 25 seconds before continuing on with the next person on the list, who in this case is Andy. So we're gonna wait for a couple more seconds right here so you can see how it's going to continue moving on. But then once it is finished with all 5 people, it is just going to stop the process and you will be able to then step in and continue the conversation based on whether or not they have responded back to you. Now, the whole idea here is to get your foot in the door. It is not to automate the entire conversation and put a robot in front of it. The whole idea is to start the outreach process and only have a chat with the people that actually want to get back to you and want to have a chat. Because now when they get back to you, I would personally step in, take a look at the profile, see something that I can talk about more personally with them, and then continue having the conversation with them and build this relationship, build rapport, and proceed in the next phase. So as you can see right here, hi Andy, I saw you're also part of the high-level community, sent your friend request, hope that's cool, yada, yada, yada. So in this case, I'm gonna stop the process in here and go back to my Messenger inbox so you can actually see that those two have now received a friend request and have now received a welcome message as well. And they are also already tagged inside the high level tag that I have created, which is going to be relevant for the next step, which is going to be following up with people as well. So this is the first place where you will be able to add people from. The second place is actually going into any post on Facebook, whether that is your own inside a group, a Facebook ad, which is also very powerful, and add people that specifically like this post. So obviously ask yourself, what content is my audience already consuming? What content are they already liking? And based on the content that you can find, you will be able to be very, very specific on who you want to be adding. Because for example, if there's a post saying, hey, who wants to learn how to make $10,000 a month using affiliate marketing and do X, Y, and Z? If people like that specific post, they are more than likely going to be interested in affiliate marketing and making $10,000 a month. So if that is your target audience, then guess what? You could be using ELMessenger Pro to add those people and start a conversation with them. So let me show you how that is going to work out. So in this case, I'm just going to go and scroll down and see, if I can find any post that I just, want to give you a demo for. So our SaaS launch experience. So in this case, let me just take that and click on the likes. And once I have clicked on the likes, as you can see right here, ELMessenger Pro's friender is already popping up, which now again gives me the opportunity to click on the hearts, click on any of the other emojis that I want to focus on. And then right here, I can choose the tag. In this case, I'm going to go back to the high level tag where I have created the welcome message inside. And then as well, I can choose the send interval, the number of requests, and everything else. I'm gonna click on start, and as you can see, Reggie has already received the friend request that I have just sent out. And then also he is going to receive that welcome message that I've previously created. And same thing applies here. You can just start it, walk away, do your journaling, drink your coffee, read a book, listen to an audiobook, whatever you wanna do with your new free time, you will be able to do that knowing that one of the most important parts of your online business is already taken care of and you're already reaching out to new people inside your inbox. And do that every single day and you will never run out of conversations that you can have with those people, which is very, very powerful. So as you can see right here, Reggie just received the message as well. It is always a different message and it is rotating through those variations, which in itself is incredibly, incredibly powerful. So same thing applies here. I'm gonna wait for 20 to 25 seconds before continuing on. But let me just double check what is the next step on the list right here, which is going to be the common friends connector, which is also very powerful because at some point Facebook will know basically who you want to be connecting with and what are the people that you want to be, reaching out to, and you will be able to add those people from that column, which I'm going to show you in just a second as well. Sven now received the friend request and Sven is going to receive the welcome message as well. And then we're going to move on. All right, so now Sven is also receiving that welcome message. And as you can see, there you go, done. And now I can just move on and show you the next feature. So I'm gonna click on stop right here, but just remember you can use that on any Facebook post that you can find on Facebook. Again, it can also be a Facebook ad where somebody else has already spent money to target a very specific audience. So if that is also your audience, you could basically just piggyback off of that audience and their work and their money and just add people from that Facebook ad, which is also very, very powerful. All right, and the last place where you'll be able to add people from is from the people you may know column, which I'm going to show you right now. This can be found by going into the friends section and then going into the suggestions. And inside of here, you have the people you may know column, which is filled with people that Facebook tells you these are some people that you might want to connect with because of a lot of mutual friends or any other factors that the Facebook algorithm can just make up. So in this case, you can choose again the tag that you want to use. In my case, I'm going to use common friends because I have a different reach out message for common friends people than inside of a high level community group. So in this case, I have chosen that. And the cool thing here is that you can say, I only want to be adding people that have more than or less than a certain amount of mutual friends. So in this case, I'm going to say I only want to be adding people that have more than 50 mutual friends. And then same thing applies here. You can choose the number of requests that you want to do for the session and the send interval as well. In this case, Sunita is going to be skipped and it's going to then go to Kenton right here on the next. So right here, Kenton has now received the friend request, and now Kenton is going to receive the message as well. Now I just saw as well that the last reach out that we have done inside the high level group has already received a response and a reply. I'm going to show this to you live right now, which is also incredibly cool. So right here, hey Kenton, Facebook told me you're somebody I should know. Haha, just want to send you a friend request and double check if that is true. And then it's going to continue on with here as well. Now let me go back to the messenger inbox because now, as you can see, we have common friends, Kenton, who just received that message, and Osman, who we reached out to before on autopilot using ELMessenger Pro, has already came back and replied to this message. So now I can start the conversation. I can, see what is up, what he's up to, and then based on what I have to offer, see if I can offer that to him. Now, this is the last place where you will be able to add people from, and this concludes the automate outreach part, which is absolutely incredible. It's the most time-consuming task that you can do on Facebook, and now you don't have to manually go in, check the profile, send them a friend request, wait for them to accept it, go back, send them a welcome message, and then have them ignore you. Now you can just automate that part, get your foot in the door, and just start conversations on autopilot and never ever run out of conversations to have, which is a luxury problem. Once you have started using ELMessenger Pro, and you're just going to do 20, 30, 40, 50 reach outs a day using it, you will never run out, and you're just going to have so many conversations in your messenger inbox, which is going to be great because that is going to allow you to generate more leads and more sales for your business. Now, next up, once you're going to start using ELMessenger Pro, you obviously want to follow up with those people as well because the fortune is in the follow-up. And ELMessenger Pro has some great functions that is going to allow you to follow up with those people effectively and easily. Now, one of my personal favorites is being able to send a broadcast message to people that are in a specific tag. So imagine you put everybody in a tag that is part of your Facebook group or that has raised their hand to get some type of lead magnet, right? Now you want to follow up with them and you want to let them know that you have a brand new event coming up, you have a special offer coming up, or whatever else you want to let them know. You will be able to do that using ELMessenger Pro. And I'm going to show you how that is going to look like right now. So inside the back office, you can just go to any tag that you have created. And this is also the greatest thing because inside the back office, you're obviously going to have a great overview of anybody who is in a specific tag. So as you can see right here, you can obviously filter people in a tag or based on the tag inside the messenger inbox, or you can do it from the back office. And you can just click on any tag that you have and it's going to instantly show you all the people that are in this tag. So if you have a tag called follow up, for example, you can just scroll through here and see, hey, who haven't I talked to within quite a while? Let me just click on the messenger icon right here and it's going to open up the messenger conversation that you had with this person before, and then you can continue on based on where you have left it off, which in itself is already pretty powerful. But let me show you the broadcast function. So in this case, I have a demo tag, which I'm always using it on, but you can do it for the follow-up where you can just say, hey, name, it's been a while since we last chatted. How have you been? What is new in life? Whatever else, that is. Or as I said, hey, we are having a brand new challenge, or I'm running a brand new offer, or I have a brand new event coming up. Do you want to check it out, right? Whatever you want to say to these people or send to these people, reminders, new offers, etc., you will be able to do that using ELMessenger Pro. So in this case, I just choose the contact, or you can also choose just everybody in a specific tag. And then you can either delete the contact or use an automation to one contact or however many contacts you have chosen in here. Then this window is going to open up. You can select the message template that you want to be using. So in this case, I'm just going to choose the broadcast demo, which has different variations of the broadcast message. Send interval, I want to set 5 messages. If you have 10, 20, 50, you can do that as well. And then what you can also do, you can assign a new tag if they have received that message. And then I'm going to click on Start Send. And as you can see right here, Sarah is the only person on the list right now who's going to receive that message. But here you go, she just received that message. And now if there's anybody else, then it would wait for 20 to 25 seconds and continue on with the next person on the list, which is also very, very powerful. Now, and as I said, you can do that on any tag that you have. You can just choose, select all the contacts, and then send an automation to these people right here. Or you can unselect certain people because maybe you don't want them to receive the broadcast message, or you only want to send a broadcast message to a selected couple of you, and then you can do that as well. All right, next up, what you'll be able to do inside the back office or using ELMessenger Pro in general is what I call multi-message campaigns. Now, the campaign function is one of the most advanced functions that people can use with ELMessenger Pro, which the majority of people will never really need, but you will be able to have the opportunity to create a sequence of messages that is going to get sent out to a specific tag. And how that is going to look like is you going into message templates, and as you can see right here in the broadcast, you can create a sequence of messages. So for example, if you have a sequence that you want people to receive when they join your Facebook group, the first one being, hey, just want to welcome you to the Facebook group. The second one being, hey, just want to let you know we are going to be having a Facebook Live every Friday. And the third one can be like, hey, if you want, I can help you doing X, Y, and Z. And then you can create the sequence of messages. And then whenever you start this campaign, the people in the tag are going to receive the next message inside of this sequence, which in itself is pretty powerful as well. But as I said, one of the most advanced functions that ELMessenger Pro has to offer. Now, let me see right here, back office context overviews, what I showed you right now. And then also what you'll be able to do is create Google Calendar events or reminders right from within the Messenger inbox, which is also pretty powerful. So in this case, let me just go back to Larlin. And then inside of here, as I said, it is opening up those couple new tags or icons on the bottom corner. And inside of here, you'll be able to click on the calendar icon, which is going to allow you to have a text reminder to reach out to Larlin. And then the Facebook URL is what it's going to say by default. And then obviously you can say about ELMessenger Pro demo. And then whatever you want to get reminded about, you can do that. You can add the email of the user as well if you want them to receive a reminder and an event as well. So just click on add email, and then you can obviously choose when do you want to create this event for. And then just once that you've done that, you can add it to calendar, and it's going to add this to your Google Calendar event as well, which is another cool function to follow up with people, get reminded about a certain thing, and just never lose the sale because you are not following up with somebody. So that is following up with leads, the core function or the core benefit of that. And then lastly, we're gonna get to scale through automations. Now, scaling through automations is also powerful because ELMessenger Pro is always getting updated, always getting new functions to help entrepreneurs be more effective using their time on Facebook. And one of those cool functions and features is allowing you to automate the engagement of your two-step or lead magnet posts. And how you can set those up is by going to the back office, going to the engages, and inside of here, you'll be able to do a lot of these cool things. But let me walk you through step by step of what it can do. So in this case, I have a demo post where I just said, hey, who wants to help me test the ELMessenger Pro Engage function? Comment me down below. Thank you. So imagine this being a lead magnet post where you're saying, hey, who wants to know my 3-step process and how to make $5,000 every single month? Comment info down below. I'm going to send you over, in a few minutes, or, whatever you want to do. And then you obviously want people to comment a certain keyword. In this case, it is me. Now, ELMessenger Pro can detect the keyword and it's going to like their comment. It's going to reply to their comment, and it is going to send them a direct message as well with whatever you want to say in that message. So in this case, I have given it a title. I want to pause between each 5 comments that I'm making. Then I have the tag that I want to use it on, where I have created all the message templates inside. And then I can say, all right, I do want to only send direct messages to people that have commented with my keyword, or I also want to send direct messages to people that have not commented with a direct keyword. Then I have a message template, which is the direct message outreach. I have my keyword, which is me. And then I also have the reply that I want to reply to their comment. And I also want to like their comment, essentially giving you an automation that is going to like their comment, a notification they receive, comment on their comment, another notification, and then also send them a direct message. So they're going to get 3 notifications from you, which obviously is going to let them see you much, much more. So in this case, I'm just going to click on start to show you what is going to happen. In this case, it's going to open up the mobile version of this post, and then it's going to go and search for the next person that you have not commented on, which is going to be Laura. And then it's going to first like the comment, it's going to reply to that comment, and then it's also going to send Laura, in this case, a direct message as well. So that is what the engage function can do. Let me walk through the next thing that ELMessenger Pro is allowing you to do, which is integrating ELMessenger Pro to your Go High Level account. Now, Go High Level is an awesome all-in-one sales and marketing platform, and it also has a lot of white level versions of it. It doesn't matter if it's the original Go High Level or any white level version of it, you will be able to integrate ELMessenger Pro with your Go High Level account and create something called pipeline tags. Now, how that is going to work and how it's going to look like and what you would use it for, let me show this to you right now. So let me open up my CloudKey CRM, which is Go High Level in a white level version. And inside of here, you'll be able to create something called pipelines, which allows you to put people into different stages of this pipeline. The cool thing is that you can integrate Go High Level with your ELMessenger Pro account by going either into the back office right here or inside the ELMessenger Pro extension, and then click on the pipeline feature in here. And then you can integrate the API key to ELMessenger Pro, connect the CRM, and then choose which pipeline you want to have. In this case, I'm going to choose my test pipeline, sync it with Messenger. And what is going to happen is that now I have 3 new tags, which are pipeline stages. And now whenever I put somebody into these pipeline stages, which I'm going to show you right now, it is going to automatically sync that with your Go High Level back office, which is powerful. All right, now I have Lauren right here. I'm going to click on the tag, and then I have stage number 1 of the pipeline. And then by doing that, it is automatically going to put Lauren into the test stage 1. And let me just refresh that once so we can actually see it populating as well. And then obviously whatever you want to do with that information, you will be able to then pull them into the next pipeline stage, add an email to it, and there's going to be another cool function for that specifically. But in this case, let's just see here that Larlin is being added right here into the test stage number 1. And now you can obviously drag and drop it into test stage 2 and whatever your pipeline stages are, and you can create tasks, workflows, whatever you would like to do inside the high level backend account as well. So this is integrating that. Next up, what you'll be able to do is create and share ELMessenger Pro frameworks. Now, frameworks allow you to create a framework consisting out of tags, templates, segments, and export that and share it with somebody else that is using ELMessenger Pro. So just to give you a quick little demo, I'm just going to call it test number 2. Then you can select whatever tags you want to give somebody where you have already created message templates and segments inside. So in this case, let me just choose these ones right here. And I'm going to click on export, which is now going to export that. I'm going to go to my frameworks. And then right here, I have the test number 2. I can copy the framework code, give it to somebody else, and then import this by just pasting the code in here. Then the person can import that and they instantly gonna have all the tags, all the segments, all the templates that you have previously created inside of the framework. Obviously making a great feature to just share some templates, share some tags with another ELMessenger Pro user. And the last function ELMessenger Pro has is the creating locked contact links. How that's going to look like and when you would use that, let me show you right now. So right here, you can find the links, and in here, you can create new locked contact links. So you can give it a title and you can give it the target URL of where do you want people to go after they are unlocking the content. So this would be your actual lead magnet, the thank you page, whatever else you want to put in there. Now, what this is all going to allow you to do is inside the Messenger inbox, you have a link section right here where you can collect all the links that you are creating. Just click on that. It's going to pull that in here. Then you can send it out to the other person. And if you, for example, do the 2-step automation post, right, where you say, hey, who wants to know about my 3-step blueprint on how to make $5,000 every single month? Comment info down below. Then this lead magnet, this report, this blueprint can be locked through this link, for example. When people go to that link, this is what they're going to see, right? It's a simple opt-in page where they can enter their first name, last name, email, and if they want the phone number as well. Click on submit, and then they're gonna get redirected to your target URL. The powerful thing here is that once they do that, the email is going to be also redirected to your Go High Level back office. So if you have it integrated, you can instantly start a workflow, you can start a campaign, you can start an autoresponder or whatever else you want to do with this information. This is also one of the newest functions ELMessenger Pro has to offer, and it is only going to get better. So with that said, these are all the functions that ELMessenger Pro has to offer right now. If that sounds like something that you need for your business to generate more leads and more sales in less time, definitely make sure to grab yourself a license, play around with it, get started with it, use it, and automatically reach out to your target audience, connect with them, and convert them into customers. If you have any questions or need any support, feel free to reach out. My name is Robert, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.